Real quick, what up, people? It's your boy, Chef Rodney 117 here from Deliciously Dope TV, bringing you yet another, the Puff and Pass. Yo, check it out. A couple of people have hit me up. I was like, you smoke way too much weed to have a show, and you're probably right. But today, y'all, I'm going to touch on a couple of topics, but I'm going to kind of share some, insight to y'all who grind your weed and put it into bowls and things of that nature. Speaking of bowls, my dumbass lost mine, but it's cool. I'll just clear this one out. So one of the things that, I've heard a lot about, and I've heard, from professional people in the cannabis industry that have been in the cannabis industry for years, and, from people just all around the world, really, is whether or not keef is a good thing or not in grinders. So we're going to break it down. I'm going to tell you a couple things that some friends have told me. What's up, Leighton? And really just going to keep it real. You know what I mean? So check this out. First and foremost, I want to start with this herb saver grinder, y'all. This herb saver grinder is actually really, really cool. It's extremely light, which has nothing to do with it. Again, I'm not getting paid to say this. I'm just telling you what I think. It spins real easy. So if you're having some issues with the top of your grinder turning really rough, check this out. Take a couple of drops and put olive oil on the outside. Give her a good spin around and you won't have that issue anymore. As a matter of fact, it'll slide right off real quick. Yes, absolutely clean your bowls. I know. My bowl is dirty. I smoked out of it today. My bad. But absolutely. So a little oil, that won't be a problem. You're going to want to try and, take a cleaning pick and clean your grinders. And I've noticed that with the herb savers, you don't really have to do that. It just kind of all falls through. So when you do that, it's got this whole magnetic top to hold the top down. And then it's got a very deep bowl, which is probably part of the entire, design of this. But as you guys can see from here, all of this is just nothing but caked keef. So the design for this has really been, let's get as much keef out this shit as we can. That's really what it feels like. But if you're going for keef and you like keef, some people do, definitely go for this. I would absolutely tell you to go pick one up. You know what I'm saying? Go pick one up because it's definitely a good product. It really is. They've got, a super sale going on right now. Check them out. I'm really happy that they sent me this to kind of, to kind of check it out. They sent this to me a while ago, and then the bottom comes off to what they call, I think it's called the pollen collector or something like that, but it's pretty deep as well. So, I mean, and you could just see the keef, you know what I'm saying? You can just see the keef there. You feel me? It's a lot of buildup, you know what I'm saying? So it's you know what I mean? It's insane. But at the same time, a lot of people like keef. I guess that's where I'm going with it. Me, I don't really care. I really don't care. I used to care, but I just stopped caring. I just went to the point to where I'm going to smoke a joint, or it really doesn't matter. Put the weed in the bowl, no big deal. But if you pick up, and this is just a run-of-the-mill, chromium crusher that I picked up from somewhere, you can take the actual part that would create keef out of it. And I'm going to show you how. So you take off the top, or you don't really need to take off the top part. You take it apart at the beginning of it, okay? And then from there, normally you would have this little ring inside here that would have a screen. You guys saw it in the last thing that would catch all the keef and whatnot. You can actually just screw this back together, all right, and then screw off the bottom like you were going to take your keef, okay? And then you'll be able to see where the ring is inserted. I've since taken mine out. You then take a pry tool and break that out and pull it out. Why would you do that, may you ask? Okay, let's answer that. Check it out. So when we grind up our weed, all of the keef falls to the bottom. Yo, I get that. That's how that works. Duh. You know what I mean? But what is keef? Well, keef is just a powdered form of THC with THC crystals in it, a lot of terpenes, a lot of, a lot like that good, some people would say. As a matter of fact, people even roll joints hit them with wax and then roll them in keef for, a more of an entourage effect and things of that nature, blast the whole nine. Why would you deprive yourself of said, keef that's, at the bottom? Why would you do that? Why would you filter your weed through, then take that keef and put it on top of it, or just smoke a bowl of that? There's no point in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just it. Like, it's insane, but at the same time, like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, you're doing double the work like that. It's why would you do that when, like, you could just take the screen out and grind it all up and it's all in the same place? Well, then you don't have keef to smoke for later. Well, I mean, you're smoking it regardless. It's getting smoked at the same point in time. So then what's the point? It's actually harsher for you and worse for you to smoke keef, but you don't have to worry about that if you just take the screens out of your grinders. That's it. I mean, that's basically it. So, with that being said, like, take the screens out of your grinders, or if you like, grinders with screens in them, definitely go get an herb saver. I like the way these are designed, so much so that, like, why have one or the other if I could just have both? Variety is the spice of life, right? Okay, then. So peep this. Like, if I were to take it apart, I really can't. They've designed this to where people can't do that for, obviously, they're not going to want to and things of that nature. But I really looked at this and thought about taking it out. And I mean, if I really wanted to, I could cut it out with like an X-Acto knife or something. And that's one thing, but at the same point in time, like, yeah, I mean, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I do remember, and they come in different colors, green, black. I know they got some tie-dye going on. They got some glow-in-the-dark stuff. Dude, they're killing it. They're killing it in the game. They really are. I believe they're out of Chicago. Don't hold me to that, but I believe they're out of Chicago. But I don't know. That changed, taking the screens out of the grinders that I have has actually changed the game in the way that I create my entourage effect. It's to the point to where I don't worry about having to smoke a bowl of keef or whatever later, because at the end of the day, like, I get everything all in one bowl anyways. So why am I waiting to be, oh man, I can't wait for that sweet keef high or whatever? Why wait? Why do it? Why, subject yourself to that, torment, when you can just, like, put it in your bowl, you know what I'm saying, and call it a day. Like, it's all right there. You don't have to worry about the mess of keef. I just don't understand why, how that became a thing. I look at it and I'm like, all right, keef has its, appropriations. You can actually turn, weed into keef via dry ice. You could absolutely do that real quick. But at the same time, like, and it's got its places and things, but I don't understand. Like, I understand why it happens. I don't understand why somebody put a filter in there in a grinder. Why not just grind it up and then call it a day? For example, some people that I know that are in the culinary industry use a mortar and pestle to grind their cannabis up, or they'll use, I've seen people use, believe it or not, blenders, And so that being said, they're not worried about keef. They're not, they're smoking the same, way we are, putting in a bowls, rolling blunts, rolling joints, putting in bongs. You get the idea, vaporizers, whatever have you. They're doing the exact same thing, except for they're doing a different method of, preparing their cannabis to be used in specific things. So if you think about it, they don't really worry about keef if they're doing it in a mortar and pestle. They just throw in the amount that you want to grind up, grind, take out your stems and sticks that shouldn't be any in it, whatever. But, take out, your bits that you can't grind up or don't want to be smoking, and then take that and then throw it in tea later, if you will, or chew the seeds, huge protein there. Or, like, if you got seeds in it, hopefully you don't, but you can actually just take all that flour and just put it straight in the bowl. Don't worry about keef. You don't worry about keef. So I've put together a little bit as I was grinding here and there with this grinder, and I'm just going to show you. It looks really, really good. Like, it looks oh, it's invisible. Damn. Whatever. It's very tantalizing. Like, I can see, like, trying to clean it off here. I can definitely see some crystals inside. You guys can't see it at all, but it's one of those. You're just going to take my word for it. Sorry. Apparently, I'm not very trustworthy, but it's fine. It's all right, though. You got to hate somewhere, right? But it looks really good. Not only does it look appeasing, it still smells really good. And that's the point. That right there is the point. The terpenes. I feel that, okay, if you have a flower and you shake the flower as it's budding, you're going to see all that pollen and shit, shake off into the wind. Then you're going to start sneezing because you got the allergies and all that other shit. But like, that's terpenes. That's flavor, dog. That's shit that's like, why get rid of it? You know what I mean? So that's the thing. I just think that, like, instead of doing all of that, don't worry about keef. Just add it into your bowl. It's just like going, oh, I wish I could add some keef to my bowl. Oh yeah, by the way, I can. And then having to break out, this grinder, go spoon the keef out real careful. When in reality, you skip all that mess if you just take the stupid screen out. How's nobody thought of this? You know what I'm saying? Well, they have, and but my point is, like, how has nobody like made this known to people? This is stuff that we need to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely a place where, like, help your people. You know what I'm saying? Help your people smoke right. Help them learn about the endocannabinoid system. Help them learn that it's just not like, oh, I'm just smoking this to get high. High should be a word of the past. It's an entourage effect for a reason, and that's just what we got to do. Like, we got to, like, stop tearing each other down and just be good people. Really, smoke a joint and tell me you're mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to get through this mess of Corona if we keep fighting with each other. No. And at the same time, like, if somebody is being a dick to you, don't deal with it. Don't deal with it, because at the end of the day, regardless of the situation, if they're being an asshole to you, real talk, it's a good reflection on them. You understand? There's a difference between, insanity and tenacity. And that's just it. Like, I'm a pretty laid back person. I smoke a lot of weed, but I'm a very busy man. It's like what they were trying to tell us back, in Dare and shit. Like, oh, stoners are lazy. And like, okay, if stoners are lazy, then how come Snoop's got like 47 different jobs? Exactly. So, like, you can't be everywhere at once, but if you smoke weed, you can. No, I'm joking, but real talk, like, it does help me drive. I got a lot of big stuff and awesome stuff coming, y'all. Everybody that watches this, shout out to y'all. You're the reason I do it. And to that, fucking cheers, guys. Cheers. I don't know if you remember, this bowl hits like, oh my God, that's delicious. Oh man. And see, you get everything with it. So it's just like, I want you to try this. I want you to try just grinding, like, just take the top off your grinder. Okay. Just the top, like the middle part where you would actually grind into. Sorry, I got to clean this one. All right. Just like this. So you should have two pieces. You should have your clear piece here, your grinder part with the teethy things, and then the top part with the other teethy things. These are sharp. Don't put your, they don't really hurt that much, but, an unsuspecting person, it probably would hurt. But put your bud right here and do like this, all right? And then what I would do is just grind it onto the table, like so. Just grind it onto your tray. If you got a tray, it's going to be okay. Grind it like that, okay? Do you enough to get up a J or a bowl or something, and then smoke that and tell me it don't taste different. Then smoke that and tell me it don't taste different, because I'm going to tell you right now, it does. Right here, I can't make this up. This isn't like, movie magic or anything. This is marijuana magic or something. But also, little known fact. So I was up late last night working on a bunch of different invoices. I got a lot of stuff happening, y'all, and it's a lot of paperwork. Like, from doing, anybody who is a small business owner right now, shout out to you. It's a hard job, especially coming up in this industry. It ain't easy. You want to know how it is easy? If you got a lot of money. And here's the thing. If you got a lot of money and you come in this industry, in the cannabis arena, you're going to fizzle out quick. Because if you got a lot of money backing you and you're like, yeah, I want to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this and do that, everybody's going to circle you like sharks and take a chunk out you. That's what's going to happen. Real talk. But if you start this with no money and absolute time and effort invested, guess what you're going to catch on the back end? Yeah, that money. But guess what? It's already going right back into what I do. Y'all, I don't make any money from doing this. I pay money to do this. You know, whatever little money I do pull from this, real talk, I put right back into it because that's how I care about it. You know, and so like anybody who's a small business owner right now, yo, we got to band together. That's why I want to kind of urge everybody, if you're going to shop for Christmas this year, shop local, shop small business. That's it. If you want something from Cali, order from Cali, but, you know, Google some small business. Like if you want to know some small businesses and you want, you know, some good products from California, you let me know. I will put you in touch with them. I'm sure they would absolutely love to hear from you. That's a huge shout out to Green Unicorn Farm CBD. Check them out. Yo, the homeboys over there, you know, they're killing it. They're killing it in the game. We had their Electra and their special sauce the other on the first episode or something like that. But, you know, hit them up. You know, they're doing a great thing. You know, if you can, Crystalline CBD here in Michigan. If you want to order something from Michigan, hit them up. Mary Palmer CBD, Mother's Infusions. Like there's all kinds of these companies where people are not only trying to heal y'all, but like, you know, bring you good quality products made from even more superior ingredients brought to your faces. I mean, it's pretty much as simple as that. You know, if you want to get mad about that, then, you know, we need to talk about your other life decisions. We ain't gonna talk about that boyfriend. No. Well, anyways, my point is shop local, shop small. That's what it should have been to begin with. You know, yes, I also shop at Amazon because I can get things, you know, But at the same time, we have to be conscious enough to understand that capitalism is to the point to where in this nation, if we don't shop small and shop local, our local, you know, like our local economy can die. And then what's, you know, who wants to live in a city that's pretty much dead? Ain't nobody want to live there. You know what I'm saying? Like all the shops are closed up because ain't nobody buying local. How many malls around you have closed right now because of Amazon? Think about that. Think about that. Now, a mall is a mall. It is what it is. It ain't that much fun anymore, you know, maybe for the kids and the, you know, the little bouncy houses, but yeah, I'd rather go shopping on Amazon because I can do it in my underwear. I can do it baked as shit. In which case, if I did both of those in public, people aren't liking that. You feel me? But fact of the matter is, shop small, shop local. Support, you know, support the people around you. That's just it. And if you have a problem with some people around you, you know, you having an issue and you really need to take a step back and think about how you're going to approach these people. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're going to just keep blowing them up and harassing them and all that, they don't want to talk to you. They ain't going to want to talk to you at all. Because if you look at the success of the situation, yo, you might be alone and it might be you and a few other people, but there's hundreds, if not thousands of other people that didn't happen to. So for, you know, a person like myself, okay, to go back out of a small business that I'm creating in the three industries that I'm trying to create it in, entertainment, food, and, you know, cannabis, it's a lot stacked against me to be able to bring that to y'all. And so if something happens, I'm going to try and, you know, and do whatever I can to fix it. But at the same time, I can't stop the entire train to have somebody else put their seatbelt back on. We ain't going to do that. We ain't going to do that. But do understand this, that train's going to get to the same destination. You understand? There ain't no sense and you keep pulling the bell trying to get off because I know you're going to get off. We ain't even at the next stop yet. So use some common sense as, you know, when you're going out this Christmas and think about those, you know, people that are doing what I do that aren't making a paycheck right now. You understand that? That's just it. We're paying money to be able to make a paycheck later. That's what we're doing. That's how you're supposed to start a small business. And real talk, anybody who consumes cannabis should already know that. I mean, that's just a real talk. You know what I mean? That's not even a question at this point. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. I mean, that's just simply it. I mean, if there's anything, you know, you want to say, you can say it. That you know what I mean? I don't know what to tell you. But we do have some awesome stuff coming up. We have a lot of awesome stuff. Like it's, you know, you hear that. You watch all these shows. Internet's changed. Okay. Entertainment's changed. You know, the game has changed. Okay. And everybody's like, yo, stay tuned. Or coming up next, or we've got some big announcement for you. Yo, they might. But then when they drop it, you're all like, that was it? That was like a fizzle. You know, fireworks. Come on, dog. Like you promised me the explosion of a lifetime or, you know, whatever, right? I'm telling y'all, check this out. I went through a lot of hard work to get to where I'm at today. All right. And then out of a stroke of, and I'll tell you, sheer fucking luck, I was handed an opportunity that I cannot say no to. Okay. Will I make money from this? I don't think so. Not for a very long time. Just a chef thing. Statistically, a lot of chefs, if they can, you know, a small business entrepreneurs, the whole nine, they're going to funnel their money back into it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I intend on doing, so that I can make more states. But we've got a delivery service coming up, and that's going to be pretty banging. So let me tell you guys a little bit more about that. We're going to partner up with some local people and start, preparing meals for people and like showing people how to infuse food, and doing like, cooking sessions and things like that. You understand? And trying to help people. That, because that's, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It ain't about screwing no one over. And if you feel like you got screwed over, I apologize, but I'm doing what I can, how I can. You feel me? That's what it is. So, I mean, if that's not good enough for somebody, I'm not saying that you got to stick around, but I am saying this. You don't want to reach your hand into my plate of food when I'm trying to eat. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Because then you're taking not even only food out of my mouth that I worked hard for, but then you're starting to, you're a threat to everybody else in my family. I got a big family. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. I know what I'm doing. I'm not stupid and I'm not malicious. I'm very smart and I'm going to bring this to y'all. Real talk. But back at hand. Damn, that's really good. Sorry about the little soapbox, y'all, but I had to address a few things. On top of which, this wedding cake, Eric, you hit it out the park. But Herb Saver. Let's rate this. Do they get the deliciously dope platinum fork of approval? On a scale from 1 to 11. So for overall design, I'm going to go ahead and throw that at like a 6. Only because like it does twist and it is cool. It has gotten gummed up, so I had to like look up the oil thing. So that makes sense. Unfortunately, my favorite one, the green one, the sticker started coming off here. And I don't know, man, like that's just, it's not really affecting anything, but why didn't it happen to the black one? I use them the same. Oh my God, this is invisible. Anyway. So that's why you get the 6. The overall like design, they put some thought into this, y'all. They really did. And like the fact that it comes apart and that you can have the option, a lot of keef in here, y'all. So if I scrape this, I could probably get a good 4 or 5 bowls out of both of these. And I've got deep bowls, all right, there's going to be some keef. So I definitely vibe that. It's funny because like the smaller the grinders, the harder it is for me to use because I have chef hands. So it's like the arthritis and all that's already set in, You know what I mean? So it's like, it is what it is. This is cool because it's like those arthritis pills for your grand folks, opening those. So I like that, and I see how this could appeal to people, of that category. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it an extra point for all of my elderly people out there that are still consuming, y'all. So that's a 7. So right there, it's gonna get the seal of approval. But I really wish that they wouldn't have designed this around the keef idea. It's not a good idea to, you know what I'm saying? It just don't work like that. All right. So what I would suggest is like, if y'all made an option, Herb Saver, listen up. Y'all made an option where you could take out the screen, just an option. And I know it goes against your design, but people love options. I'm just saying that if y'all would have done that, I would have bumped it up more. But me being an actual like connoisseur and understanding the entourage effect and that, just smoking weed and I understand all of that. I get all of that. And so like, I still want to try this product, but I was just saying, like, if you had 2 different types, if you're like, hey, this is the one where, this is keef catcher, the pollen, the blah, 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 blah. And then you have, oh, but by the way, this one slides right out. I'm probably, be honest with you, I'd probably buy the one without, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like if I know somebody that likes keef, and I know a lot of people that do, I'd probably scoop one up for them if the price is right. Now I can tell you this, Herb Savers prices, they are in fact right. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but I'm going to tell you, just Google Herb Saver grinders. Boom. It's like herbsaverco.com, I believe. And dude, it's going to take you to all kinds of amazing stuff. They have a bunch of, bomb ass like grinders and stuff coming out. They're working on something new. I think it was a murmur like through Instagram, but definitely go give them some likes, some follows, some shares, all that fun stuff. So let's give them a solid 8 out of 11. That's a solid. I'll give them the deliciously dope seal of approval for sure. I'm content with it. I'm happy with that product. It's a good product, but at the same time, like, there's only small nuances that I would change about it. So it is no big deal. But no, they get the deliciously dope seal of approval. So I'm down with that. So thanks again, Herb Saver. Y'all made a pretty bomb ass product. Like, I like it. I do. Overall, I like it. The only downside is the sticker, which, okay, fine. That could have been one. No big deal. I get that. Because, I understand it. And you're making, thousands of these. At first I didn't trust the plastic, but it is good plastic. So that's a different story. And then, the Keef thing. If I was a Keef fan, I'd be all over this. Unfortunately, I'm not a big deal. I'm not against it. I'll smoke it, but it's bass backwards if you were to ask. But yeah, I mean, overall, I really like that. So definitely a solid 8 out of 11. It gets, again, the deliciously dope seal of approval. 100% down with that. But I do want to touch more on what I've got going on tomorrow, guys. So I'm thinking that tomorrow I'm actually going to go live from the field. So I may not be able to, jump on from, StreamYard and stream it all over, and I probably will try. I'm definitely going to try. I'm giving you that right now. Whether I go on early or I go on late, I'm going to go on. It's just, I don't know how long that, it's going to take to sign these papers, because you expect it takes 5 minutes, you go in, and in 5 minutes you're done. And then it takes 3 hours to sit down and talk. So it's just like, I don't know how long this is going to take. In addition to, you can't make moves standing still, and I don't stand still. If you've ever watched any of my movies, you see me moving. You see me moving. If I'm standing up, I'm moving. That's not because I consume a ton of caffeine. That's just because you can't make moves standing still, and that's just it. You want to really do everything in the world, but you got to understand what you can and can't do, and that's your limits. That's just what it is, So like, I'm definitely going to bring it to you guys. We're going to be in meetings all day tomorrow, signing paperwork, doing this, doing that. Like, we've got a lot of stuff coming for a lot of people that we're trying to help right now. And honestly, I couldn't appreciate more, of doing what I do. So, for those people who support me, I love y'all. But at the same time, you know what I mean? Like, it's just to the point where haters gonna hate. That's fine. It is what it is, man. But yeah, no, Herb Saver. Go get one. It's fantastic. My puppy wants to go for a walk. It's fantastic. A solid 8 out of 11. Definitely go pick one up. I liked it. If you've ever taken the screen out of an Herb Saver, let me know how difficult it was. I just didn't see an actual way kind of in there or around there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but it is what it is. Yeah, if you've taken it out, let me know how hard it was. But other than that, yeah, go pick one up. They're pretty dope, guys. But that being said, y'all, this has been another edition of Puff and Pass with your host, Chef Rodney 117 from Deliciously Dope TV. I love all y'all, no matter who you are, no matter what you've done, no matter how you treat me, I still love you. That's it. All right. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Definitely go pick up one of these grinders. Tell them your boy Rodney from Chef Rodney from 117 from Deliciously Dope sent you. All right. All right, y'all. Have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.